Assalamu alaikum dear students and a very good morning to all of you. Hope all of you are doing great. So kids, welcome to the class again. As you all know, my name is Nida Sahar and I am your science teacher. So kids, as you all know that we have started our sixth chapter, investigating matter. In my previous lecture we had discussed about the matter. We had talked about volume and different states of matter, in which we had discussed solid, liquid and gas. In today's lecture I am going to talk about changes in states of matter. So let's begin. Okay kids, before getting into further details, let's recall what is a matter. Anything that has mass and takes up space is called a matter. Everything that surrounds you has weight and it takes up space is called a matter. Here you can see different examples of matter, which matter can be solid, matter can be liquid, matter can be a gas. So what is matter? Anything that takes up space and has some weight is called a matter. So kids, as you all know that there are three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. And these three states of matter have different properties because of the arrangements of molecules in them, right? So let's discuss the properties of three states of matter. First one are the solids. Particles in a solid are tightly packed, usually in a regular pattern. That's why solids have definite shape. Particles in a solid will vibrate but cannot move past each other. Solids retain their shape. Solids have definite shape and definite volume. Here you can see some examples of solids: chair, hammer, magnet, book and a rock. Now liquids. Particles in a liquid are close together with no regular pattern. That's why they do not have any definite shape. They take the shape of the container in which they are kept. Particles in a liquid flow and can easily move or slide past one another. Liquids assume the shape of their containers. So liquids do not have definite shape but they do have definite volume. Here you can see some examples of liquids: water, ink, oil and a jug of milk. So liquid can take the shape of the container in which they are kept, but they do have a definite volume. Now the third state of matter, gases. Particles in a gas are well separated with no regular pattern. Particles in a gas vibrate and move freely at high speeds. So that's why gases do not have definite shape nor definite volume. Gases assume the shape of their container. They take the shape of the whole container, unlike liquids. Here you can see the examples of gases like steam, helium gas that is filled in the balloons, blowing, that is forming the bubble, and the natural gas that is filled in the ball. Okay kids, now on page number 60 I have highlighted the main points and I am also going to read the chapter. Matter can change its state. Water is a liquid, but it can also change. It can also be a solid as ice. It can be a gas too, as a water vapor. Ice cream is found in solid state, but it can change its state and become liquid. Many solids can be easily changed into liquids and gases. Many liquids can be easily changed into solids and gases. Matter can change its state. Here you can see some changes in the state of matter. For example, ice cream is the solid state of matter. When it melts, it will convert into a liquid form. And here you can see another example. If you put the water in ice tray and then put it into the refrigerator or freezer, it will freeze and the liquid form will convert into the solid state, right? Changes in matter. Changes can happen in matter. It can be heated and burned, it can be cooled and frozen, it can be mixed with other matter. Many can be bent and cut, many can be melted or boiled by heating. Some matters can be broken, some can be torn. So kids, basically there are two types of changes that occur in matter: physical change and chemical change. What are they? In a physical change, matter changes form but not chemical identity. Substance remains same and does not lose its major properties. For example, melting ice. As you all know that ice is the solid state of matter. When it melts, it will convert into water, that is the liquid state. But the main properties will remain the same. It will not change the properties of water. So this is just the change in the form. This is just the physical change, right? Now cutting of wood. If a log of wood is cut into two pieces, the properties of wood will remain the same. Neither a new substance is forming. So cutting of wood is just a physical change. Shredding or cutting of a paper. If we cut or shred a paper, it will convert into tiny or small pieces. But the chemical properties, the main properties of paper will remain the same. It will not, neither it will form a new substance. So this is a physical change. Now what is a chemical change? In a chemical change, a chemical reaction occurs and new products are formed. A new substance is formed with different properties than the old one, right? For example, burning of wood. If we burn a wood, it will convert into smoke and ashes. A chemical reaction would occur and totally a new substance will form with different properties. So this is a chemical change. Now the rotting of banana or other things, the reaction will take place and the new substance that is forming, it is different from the previous one. So this is rotting of any substance is a chemical change. Fireworks, the chemical that is present in the fireworks, if we light it up, it will convert into light and sound energy. So this is also a chemical change because a totally new substance with different properties is forming, right? Okay kids, now on page 61, if we take a chunk of clay and break it into small pieces, its shape changes, but it still remains clay. Such changes in which the substance does not change is called a physical change. Breaking a piece of glass or slicing bread are also physical changes. If we tear a piece of paper, it remains a paper. This is a physical change. But if we burn the piece of paper, it changes into smoke and ash. This is not a physical change. Smoke and ash are different kinds of matter. They are different from paper. Such change in which a new substance is formed is called a chemical change. Baking a cake in the oven is also a chemical change. Eggs, milk, sugar and flour change in the oven to produce a different kind of matter, right? Here you can see examples of a physical change and a chemical change. So this is ice. When it melts, it will convert into water, that is the liquid state of matter, and when we heat up the water, it will convert into gaseous form into water vapors. So this is the physical change. The properties of water will remain the same. Neither a new substance is forming, right? Now the second example is a chemical change. If we burn a piece of paper, it will turn into ash. A new substance is forming with different properties. So this is a chemical change. In physical change, substance remains same and does not lose its major properties. In chemical change, a new substance is formed with different properties than the old substance, right? So here again you can see another example of a physical and chemical change. Chemical change, here you can see a wood log, but when you burn this wood log, after getting burned, it will convert into a pile of ash. This is totally a new substance, right? So when a new substance is formed with different chemical properties, this change will be a chemical change, right? Here you can see the example of physical change. You can see a whole lemon. When you slice the lemon, it will convert into different small slices of lemon, but the properties and the substance will remain same. So this is a physical change, right? Okay, now on to see some definitions. Do you know what is melting? Melting is a process of changing solid into liquid. The conversion of solid into liquid is called melting. For example, the melting of ice, the conversion of ice into water is the example of melting. Now freezing. Freezing is a process of changing liquid into solid. The process of conversion of liquid into solid is called freezing. For example, if you put an ice tray into a freezer, this is the liquid form. If you put the water, right, and after freezing, after the time, it will change into the ice cubes, that is solid. So the conversion of process of changing liquid into solid is called freezing. Now boiling is a process of changing liquid into gas. If you heat up the water, it will convert into water vapors, that is gaseous form. So the process of conversion of changing liquid into gas is called boiling. Okay, let's watch a video about changes in matter, physical and chemical change. Now tearing of a picture is a physical change, and burning of it is a chemical change. Oh, the elephant stepped up on the castle. This is a physical change because Only appearance or a form changes, but substance remains same. Ice, it is the solid state of matter. Now what they are going to do? They are going to heat the ice, and ice will melt and it will convert into water, that is liquid form. And then water on evaporation will convert into water vapor, that is gaseous form. Ice, water and water vapor. All the products formed are still forms of water. So this is a physical change. Oh, what this elephant is doing? Boy is also going to try spinning a plate. These broken pieces are still parts of a plate. Hence, this is a physical change. Now what they are going to do? They are going to make corns. The burning of wood is a chemical change, because when wood burns, it will convert into ashes, that is a new substance with different properties. So this is a chemical change. Wood will convert into ashes and the substance changes. So this is a chemical change. Look at this car. Over time, chemical reactions have taken place, resulting in rusting. This is a chemical change. Now burning of a matchstick. When we light a matchstick, combustion or burning takes place. This is a chemical change because the chemical changes into light and heat energy. Okay kids, now it's your turn. You are going to read page number 60 and 61 thoroughly, and you have to underline the main points. And I'm sure after watching this video you would be able to tell what is matter and what are its three states. Can you define melting, freezing and boiling? What is a physical change? Can you give 3 examples of physical change from your daily life? What is a chemical change? Is baking a cake chemical change? How? So kids, that is all for the today's lecture, and I am sure everything is well understood. I am going to see you in the next class. Till then, all of you stay home, stay safe and study hard. Take care and Allah Hafiz.